Academic boycotts are attacks on the academy, whether they're phrased as attacks on individuals or as institutions, and I really don't think there's a difference between the two. They're attacks on the life of the mind.
I devote my life to this every day, 7 days a week, all day. That's what's on my mind. I'm thinking, I'm writing, I'm researching. And for someone to interfere with that, to my mind, is absolutely an outrage.
The BDS movement specifically, I'll say about academic boycotts in general, but the BDS movement specifically gives ammunition to the right wing in Israel, and it gives ammunition to, as far as I'm concerned, the far left fringe, extremist fringe of the Palestinians.
What BDS does is it creates an environment where if you don't perform a certain kind of very radical take on a very complicated conflict, you're shamed and you're shunned. And I know that a lot of people just feel, why do this? Why get a career if I know that I can't do the kind of, work in comparative literature, because I just know how people are going to look at me and treat me when I say I'm going to a conference at Ben Gurion University.
Real academic freedom means that you will advocate for the rights of people with whom you deeply disagree to speak. I would not work to bar from my campus advocates of BDS, even though I adamantly oppose it. I feel they should come to my campus and we can have conversations. But the BDS movement really does push, both overtly and covertly, to curtail the academic freedom of others.
I think the purpose of universities and scholarship is to enlarge the conversation, is to bring in voices that have been historically not heard. What a boycott does is it silences people, it silences voices that in this case are necessary and helpful. I think some of the most interesting voices in the Middle East are coming from Israeli academics.
I don't think this is even a boycott. This is not a boycott. This is a punishment. This is what we call imprisonment in solitary confinement. That's what BDS is supposed to be doing to Israel.
I think we need to argue with one another, but to have a kind of unseen and invisible boycott that has some kind of patina of righteousness is a really dangerous thing for us, and it's particularly dangerous in the current political climate in which we as a learned society will be called upon to be the advocates for freedom of expression in this country, in the United States.
We're not boycotting grapes, we're not being asked to boycott Volkswagens, we're being asked to boycott thinkers. That is, the BDS at its core is fundamentally an anti-intellectual agenda designed to prevent the unfolding of significant discussion on Israel and Palestine.
BDS is war by other means.